Rachel is suing Ariana and Tom, claiming that you took part in revenge porn. What's the status of the lawsuit?
It's one thing for her to come after me, but to come after Ariana, I'm questioning if she has a fucking soul. Like, it's insane. I think her sitting here preaching everybody like she's moving on, but still talking relentlessly about me and everybody is just fucking ridiculous.
Welcome back to Celebrity News Addict. I can't wait to get into today's episode as we've got some hot tea to spill. It's been over a year since Scandoval took the internet by storm, but the drama is far from over. On July 11th, a judge ruled that Rachel can continue her lawsuit against Tom and Ariana for eavesdropping, invasion of privacy, and revenge porn, where she's seeking over $128,000 in damages. Judge Crowley denied Ariana's motion to dismiss and set a jury trial date for November next year. We've got the latest court documents and we're diving into all the details, so let's get into it. Before we dive in, I'd like to ask you a massive favour to please subscribe if you're new to this channel. I release new videos on reality TV news and behind the scenes drama every other week, and I'll be following this lawsuit closely to make sure I bring you all the latest updates as they happen. So please like this video, comment below what you want to see next, and subscribe if you're interested in more rundowns. Let's dive in. First, let's start with a quick recap of the story so far. On March 1st, 2023, Ariana discovered Tom was cheating on her with Rachel after finding screen recordings of Rachel masturbating on FaceTime during a gig for Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras at TomTom. Ariana confronted Tom at the gig and sent Rachel the infamous "You're dead to me" text, while Rachel was with Sheena filming Watch What Happens Live. Just 2 days later, on March 3rd, 2023, TMZ broke the story and Scandoval started trending everywhere. While Tom and Ariana were filing lawsuits over what to do with their house, Tom and Rachel tried to make their relationship work for a bit. But then the reunion happened and Rachel checked herself into a mental health retreat and ended things with Tom. Next thing we know, on February 29th, 2024, Rachel filed a lawsuit against Tom, Ariana, and unnamed does 1 to 50 in the Superior Court of the State of California for eavesdropping, revenge porn, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The 19-page lawsuit named everyone from Tom and Ariana to James Kennedy, Sheena Shea, Lisa Vanderpump, Katie Maloney, Andy Cohen, and even Bravo and Evolution. In this suit, she accused Ariana of 3 things. Number 1, revenge porn. In this cause of action, Rachel and her lawyers accused Ariana of distributing, disseminating, and publicly discussing at least 2 explicit videos of Rachel without her consent. Number 2 was for invasion of privacy, which repeats that Ariana obtained and distributed these videos of Rachel without her permission. And 3, intentional infliction of emotional distress, where Rachel stated that with VPR struggling in its 9th season, Ariana knew her job was in jeopardy, so she manipulated the news of the affair to stay on the show. Quote, leveraging these salacious threads into the storyline Vanderpump Rules so desperately needed. Tom was also accused of invasion of privacy and intentional infliction of emotional distress, though where Rachel accused Ariana of revenge porn, Tom was accused of eavesdropping. The charge in summary states that unbeknownst to Leviss and without her consent, Sandoval recorded their communications, which were private and confidential, and showed her in a state of undress and engaged in sex acts. I did a full 2-part rundown on what was included in Rachel's lawsuit, so if you haven't seen that or you want a full recap, you can check that out. It will be linked below. Anyway, fast forward to April 22nd, 2024, and Tom filed his response to Rachel's lawsuit with a demurrer, which basically accepts that Rachel's version of events are true, but the charges are irrelevant or invalid. He basically argues that he didn't break any laws or penal codes by recording Rachel on FaceTime and tries to play it off as consensual. He argues that the specific penal code Rachel is accusing him of violating does not protect a general right of privacy from unconsented videotaping and only protects sound-based or symbol-based communications, i.e. phone calls and texts. He states that Rachel does not allege any facts showing that the parties' communications were confidential, and therefore Tom can't have eavesdropped on a non-confidential phone call. 4 days later, on the 26th of April, Ariana filed her motion to strike, which basically described her version of events surrounding how she found the videos while at Tom's gig at TomTom, how she had access to Tom's phone, and what she did next, including sending the videos to herself and to Rachel to confront her alongside the text, "You're dead to me." Ariana provided screenshots of her messages and defended herself, claiming that she didn't send the videos to anyone else, nor did she share, display, or show the videos to anyone else, and she only viewed them in places secluded from others, i.e. alone in the bathroom stall and in the alley with Mr. Sandoval. On May 24, 2024, a hearing reviewed Tom's demurrer. The judge allowed Rachel to continue her claims for eavesdropping and invasion of privacy, but considered dropping the intentional infliction of emotional distress charge, giving Rachel 20 days to provide more evidence. By June 13th, Rachel amended her filings as requested, but Judge Daniel Crowley dismissed the emotional distress claim, ruling Tom and Ariana hadn't intended to inflict injury, though he overruled the rest of Tom's demurrer, allowing Rachel to continue pursuing the charges. Now that brings us nicely up to date. So, on July 11th, the latest court hearing was held for Ariana's motion to strike. Ariana's attorneys argued the revenge porn claim should be dismissed under California's anti-strategic lawsuits against public participation laws, also known as anti-SLAPP laws, which protect free speech on matters of public interest. They claimed that by participating in a reality show, Leviss was a public figure, and the video of her masturbating was a topic of public interest. Ariana's attorney, Jordan Sussman, said, quote, Miss Leviss had put her entire life, including her sex life, before the public, and therefore Ariana had the right to speak about the events that happened under the protection of free speech. But, as we'll come to see throughout this video, Ariana's claims of free speech were denied by the judge, and Rachel was given the go-ahead to pursue charges at trial. Now, let's get into this 17-page court document to uncover what each party argued and how the judge ruled. So, the first page of this document basically summarizes the timeline of upcoming proceedings, acknowledging that the court let Rachel's arguments hold and the case will go to jury trial. As it currently stands, the timeline is as follows. A status conference is scheduled for July 5th, 2025. A joint status report is due by April 30th, 2025. Trial binders are to be delivered on October 22nd, 2025. The final status conference is scheduled for October 24th. And finally, a jury trial will begin on November 3rd, 2025. This is estimated to last 5 to 6 days. Moving on to page 2, which starts with quote, Defendant Ariana Madix's special motion to strike plaintiff Rachel Leviss's second, third, and fourth causes of action alleged against her, which were for revenge porn, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, is denied, meaning the case will continue to go ahead. It then summarizes Ariana's argument, stating she moves on the grounds that the causes of action alleged against her are barred by the California Penal Code because they arise from Madix's constitutionally protected right of free speech. Jordan Sussman, one of Ariana's attorneys, argued in court that in order to satisfy the strictures of the revenge porn statute, the video would have had to be distributed to a third party, which it wasn't. It was only sent to Rachel herself. However, Rachel's attorneys, Brian Friedman and Jason Sunshine, countered that Ariana had expanded the circle of possession from one person to 3 people, violating the revenge porn statute. When asked by the judge if sharing the video with someone in the video is dissemination, Sunshine argued, quote, the law suggests that anything beyond the expressly authorized dissemination of pornographic materials constitutes revenge porn. He continued, the act was intended to menace her, to terrorize her, to put her on notice that Miss Madix knows about the affair and hates her. The middle pages of the document then go through a lot of background and cite other similar cases as part of Ariana's argument. And it's page 10 where we really dive into Ariana's motion to strike. Ariana's argument states that she was allowed to talk about the videos under free speech protection laws, saying, quote, a cause of action is subject to a special motion to strike if the defendant shows that the cause of action arises from an act in furtherance of the defendant's constitutional right of free speech in connection with a public issue. In this case, an act of furtherance means, quote, any written or oral statement or writing made in a place open to the public or a public forum in connection with an issue of public interest. So Ariana's attorneys argue she was talking about Rachel in connection with an issue of public interest based on the fact that they were both on Vanderpump Rules. However, the judge ruled against this argument, saying Madix fails to meet her burden to demonstrate her conduct alleged in plaintiff's complaint arises from an act in furtherance of a person's right of petition or free speech in connection with a public issue, claiming Rachel's allegations arise from Madix's alleged theft and distribution of private and sexually explicit recordings of plaintiff, which is not protected under the anti-SLAPP statute because the alleged conduct was illegal as a matter of law. It seems Ariana may have basically shot herself in the foot here, as the document cites a law which says, quote, if a plaintiff claims that a defendant's speech or petitioning activity is illegal and thus not protective, plaintiff bears the burden of conclusively proving the illegal conduct, meaning Rachel had to prove that Ariana did something illegal. But Ariana hasn't denied accessing Sandoval's phone without permission and copying the FaceTime videos to herself and Rachel, and therefore she's admitted to doing something illegal in the eyes of the judge, meaning that it was automatically not protected by free speech. and so her argument fell through. The document states, quote, "Here, plaintiff has conclusively demonstrated Madix's conduct alleged in the 3 causes of action was illegal. Madix's declaration establishes that she accessed Sandoval's phone without Sandoval's knowledge and consent. Her declaration indicates that she had previously accessed Sandoval's phone with his knowledge and consent, but makes no reference to her having Sandoval's consent to do so on this occasion," adding, quote, "Madix secreting herself to access the phone is evidence of her lack of Sandoval's consent to do so. This refers to the fact that she locked herself in the bathroom at Tom to look through his phone." It concludes, quote, "Madix's declaration provides further evidence that Sandoval had not consented to her accessing the videos. When she confronted Sandoval about their presence on his phone, he forcibly took the phone from her and deleted the videos. Sandoval's reaction to Madix having accessed his phone confirms his lack of consent to her doing so." The document then refers to Penal Code 502, which makes it a criminal offence to access and use data without permission, even if she had the passcode. It states, quote, "Madix declares that she accessed Sandoval's phone surreptitiously and made a copy of the data from the phone, without Sandoval's authorization, in the privacy of a woman's bathroom stall. Madix declared she accessed data on Sandoval's phone that Sandoval did not intend for her to access. Madix declares that Sandoval did not consent to her surreptitious access of the FaceTime videos on his phone. Madix declares Sandoval grabbed Madix's phone and ran away from her in an effort to delete her recording of the FaceTime video from her phone. Therefore, Rachel has conclusively demonstrated Madix's conduct alleged in the 3 causes of action was illegal, and Ariana can't claim that she was talking about a matter of public interest because her actions have been deemed illegal and so not protected by anti-slap laws. It continues that none of Rachel's arguments against Ariana arise from her public comments regarding Rachel and Sandoval's secret relationship. Instead, the theories of liability asserted in the complaint against Madix arise from private conduct that occurred between plaintiff, Sandoval and Madix, despite Rachel's speculation that Sandoval and Madix may have disseminated the FaceTime recording to other unknown individuals. Therefore, it reiterates once again that, quote, "Madix's special motion to strike plaintiff's 2nd, 3rd and 4th causes of action alleged against her is denied." Following the judge's ruling, Rachel's attorneys said she was happy with the decision and plans to go through with litigation, where she's pursuing at least $129,849 in damages. They stated, quote, "We are pleased at the court's recognition that Miss Madix's actions were illegal. She does not have a free speech right to break into her boyfriend's phone, steal sexually compromising videos of another woman, and disseminate them to menace and terrorize her. Her actions went well beyond protected speech, and her anger at Rachel provides no legal cover for lashing out in violation of multiple criminal laws." Rachel and her legal team are also seeking to have all copies of the videos destroyed and ensure no one else sees them. So, with Ariana's conduct now deemed illegal by the judge and this case going to jury trial next year, who knows what this means for the future of Tom, Ariana, Rachel, Vanderpump Rules, or even something about her. What do you think is going to happen now? Do you think Ariana could be forced to pay Rachel the $129,000 she's asking for? Do you think the next season of VPR will go ahead, or is this the end of it all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more celebrity news and updates on this case as they happen. Thanks for watching.